Namaste, namaste, and welcome. Welcome to the Transformation and Consciousness series here in New York at the Lighthouse every Saturday at 11 a.m. So I just want to welcome all of you. Thank you for taking time out on this beautiful Saturday morning to join us. My name is Aditi, and we're going to begin today with connecting to the great compassionate light. This image before me or behind me is the great compassionate light. This great compassionate light is the divine formlessly, the divine in a form. It is a representation of the divine as light. All aspects of the divine come from this light. You could call it the source, you could call it the universe, but all divine images or entities come directly from this divine. So we're going to take diksha or energy from the great compassionate light. To do so, simply look into the great compassionate light. Look into that light. And as you look into the great compassionate light, you simply need to breathe in the great compassionate light. As you breathe in the great compassionate light, 7 times, you take slow breaths and see it spreading throughout your entire body. Doing this is so important because it starts to build a connection or a bond between you and the divine. It's this bond that will help you through everything in your life. So let's begin. You can look into the great compassionate light. Take 7 deep breaths. See that light spreading from your heart throughout your entire body. See that golden light spreading through every cell in your body. We're going to do a short meditation. This very short meditation and simple meditation is called breath awareness. Simply close your eyes and become aware of your breathing. As you pay attention to your breathing, don't try to change it. Just be with your breathing. Just look at it. Your breath is a reflection of your inner world. Continue to just look at your breathing. Focus on your breathing. And today's meditation is going to be on the heart. So move your awareness to the heart and ask the divine to come and heal your heart, to come and awaken your heart fully and completely. What we're going to do is we're going to chant a mantra, and that mantra is Yang, Y-A-N-G, Yang, and it's pronounced like this. Yang. Okay, so move your awareness to the center of your heart. And visualize the color green sitting at the center of your heart. And we're going to chant this mantra, Yang. And your hand position should be in Prana Kriya 2, where the index finger touches the middle of your thumb. You can place your hands on your knees, sit with your back straight, gently close your eyes. Yang. Yang. Keep your awareness on the center of your heart and ask your divine or the great compassionate light to come and heal your heart, to come and completely awaken your heart. Ask the divine presence to be alive in your heart, to speak to you, to walk with you, talk with you, to be with you everywhere you go. To guide you. Ask the divine to awaken in your heart as the inner dweller, the divine in your heart. See your divine, how you want your divine to relate to you, whether it's as a mother, a father, or a friend, a male or a female, or just a light as the great compassionate light. See your divine in your heart clearly. Ask your divine to fill you with its divine presence. Place your hand on your heart and ask the divine to come and heal your heart. I'm going to chant a prayer in Sanskrit to help heal your heart. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om. Be with whatever is in your heart. Think of one person that has hurt you or upset you in the last few days and ask the divine to heal you from this hurt in your heart. As we carry things in our heart, the divine is not able to sit comfortably and alive in our heart. We must heal our heart so that the divine can live inside, breathe inside, sit comfortably inside, and bring miracles into our life. Visualize all of the negative energy, all of the hurt, all of the pain and heaviness in your heart, leaving and entering into the divine. The divine is taking it. Tell your divine how you're feeling. If you have a problem in your life, or you want something, or need something, or you're hurt, tell your divine how you feel. Be authentic with your divine. Tell your divine your absolute truth. Ask your divine to heal your physical body and to put a shield around you. Visualize a golden outline around your body. And ask your divine to completely protect you and shield you from any negative thoughts, negative energy. See that golden outline around your body growing thicker and thicker, stronger and stronger. And see you be filled with the divine presence. Ask the divine to go and protect your family members, to keep them healthy, to guide them. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. That energy that you feel when you connect to the divine, and the presence is there, the presence of the divine, that is grace. Today's topic is, what is grace and why do we need it? See, many people have come over the years to this place called the Lighthouse, where we are right now, doing this workshop. And many have come to me saying that for decades, they've practiced yoga, they've practiced meditation, they've learned from teachers, But the key, the secret to growing spiritually sometimes is completely lost in all of the things that we learn. Amidst all of the teachings and all of the practices and all of the meditations, we forget the key. We forget the core. We forget the most important element in our life. The electricity that makes everything turn on. What we would call the secret to spiritual growth, or the secret to spiritual empowerment or connection. See, you can learn any meditation or any practice. You could learn any spiritual teaching from all over the world, from any master, from a book, from a retreat, from a television show, on the internet, from any class. But what actually shifts your energy and your consciousness? Sometimes our brain perceives that the teaching that we're learning is what's changing our life. Now, on some levels, that's true. We learn a teaching, we do a meditation, our practice, we do yoga, we do contemplation. But is that what's actually creating a shift in your life? No. What's actually creating shift in your life and in your consciousness is grace. See, without grace, you wouldn't come to a place where you would learn that meditation, or you would practice the meditation and you would feel nothing. Without grace, you would learn a teaching, but that teaching could not become your experience or your realization. You could read the same teaching, hear the same teaching for hundreds, maybe thousands, even millions of times. But it doesn't matter how many times you practice a sadhana or a spiritual practice. It doesn't matter how many times you learn a teaching of any kind. You could live in the Himalayas where many have become enlightened. But nothing will happen without an ounce of grace. You have to have grace. There has to be grace. Without grace, nothing happens. That's why one day you can do a meditation or hear a teaching or do a spiritual practice or a yogic exercise and you feel something, and one day you don't. What's missing is grace. The secret is grace. For transformation in consciousness, for growth in consciousness, you need grace. To become enlightened, you need grace. So what is grace and where does it come from? Grace is the presence of the divine. Grace is the presence of the divine. When the divine is present, when the divine is here, when you invoke the presence of the divine and the divine is there, what is there is grace. You can experience that grace as a blanket of warmth. You could experience that grace as energy increasing in your body as you do a meditation. You could experience that grace as moving into a mystical state of many different kinds, a laughing state, a joyous state, a happiness state, a state of love, experiencing divine love. But all of these states, all of these experiences have one thing in common. There has to be grace. Without grace, nothing happens. That's why so many people can practice a meditation or learn for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but nothing is happening, nothing is shifting in their life. Why? There's no grace. 40 people could come to the same workshop, hear the same teaching, do the same meditation, do the same yogic practice. Why is it that some experience and some do not? Grace. That is the element that creates the shift. That is the element that gives you the experience. The divine is what's giving you the experience. As you connect to the divine, as you deepen your bond with the divine, the more you connect with the divine, the stronger that presence becomes. The stronger that presence becomes, the stronger the grace is, the more the grace increases. It's that simple. The more you connect to the divine, the stronger the presence of the divine is. The stronger the presence of the divine is, the more there is grace, the more there are miracles in your life. The more you will experience the meditations and the teachings and the practices that you're doing. Without it, it's completely useless. It's just an activity, like running. In order for you to have a realization of a teaching, an experience from a great teaching, there has to be grace. As you have that realization, as you have that experience, as you can see that in your life, a shift in your brain takes place. But it can't happen without grace. There has to be grace. The foundation for spiritual growth and transformation in consciousness. The secret to enlightenment is grace, the presence of the divine. Everything comes from the divine. See, we have so many experiences in our life, and our brain, our mind categorizes them as good or categorizes them as bad. This was good, this was bad, I like this, I didn't like this, it was painful or it was pleasing or happy experience. But actually every experience comes from the divine. Every single experience comes from the divine. We're the ones that are judging the experiences that come to us. But every experience in our life is there for a reason, to help move us forward in our life. When a negative experience comes or a negative emotion, it's actually coming so that you can heal it. The universe or the divine is showing you this is what's there, this is what you have to heal. This is what is inside of you. Because whatever is inside of you, only that will manifest in your outer world. If you are love inside and you're filled with the divine presence, you will attract only love in the divine presence. If you are kind and compassionate and filled with love, you will only experience that. But if you're carrying fear and insecurity and sadness and anger and hate and hurt, then what will you attract? Think about it. The key or the secret is grace. Without grace, nothing can happen. To get grace, you must connect to the divine. You must have a strong bond with the divine. And it's simple. Just talk to the divine. Ask the great compassionate light. Or if you connect to Aman Bhagwan, ask Aman Bhagwan to awaken in your heart. Connect to the divine through prayer, through chanting. Pray for others. You'll get sat karma. The more sat karma you have, good karma, the more you help others, pray for others, the more grace will flow into your life. And as grace flows into your life, miracles will happen. See, we Some of us think, well, I worked so hard, I did so much work to get what I wanted, and still I didn't get it. Okay, you did all these things, but what have you done for others? When did you help someone else? When did you pray for someone else? You wanted wealth? How many times have you stopped and prayed for wealth for someone else or given wealth to someone else? How can you attract that if you're not giving that, putting that out into the universe? You want to grow spiritually, but how many times in a day do you stop and pray for someone else's life to change? How many times do you stop and pray for them to shift in consciousness? How many people in the world are you helping to shift in consciousness? Or are you only thinking of yourself? How can you shift? What you give out is what you'll get back. The shift in consciousness that you will experience in helping another human being grow in consciousness is far more than any meditation or practice that you can do on your own. Because when you help someone else, your sat karma grows, your good karma, and grace flows into your life. And very naturally, you shift in consciousness. If you have questions about this, you can post them in the chat. Take a moment and close your eyes and move your awareness to your heart. Now, speak to your divine. Tell your divine to come and give you miracles, not just for yourself, but for everyone that you come across in your life. Friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, strangers. Ask your divine to come and manifest powerfully and perform miracles for others. You should be able to close your eyes and ask your divine to do anything to help someone else. And it should happen just like this. If it's not happening, then your bond needs to be stronger. To strengthen your bond, simply talk to your divine and pray for others. Continue to pray for others. See, this idea of the divine is so obscure to us because we're not praying for others. We're not helping others. We're only thinking about ourselves. So our life is only limited to ourselves. In order to increase the power of your divine, increase the presence of your divine, you have to pray for others. You have to help others spiritually. Invite someone to a meditation. Teach them how to do a meditation. Pray for them. Teach them how to pray to the divine and connect to the divine for themselves. Bring them with you to a workshop. Share a video with them that will help them heal. Every time you help another person, you will get sat karma. That sat karma will give you grace. And nothing happens without grace. Does anybody have questions about this? You can post them in the chat. Once there is grace, anything is possible. Because the divine can do anything. Nothing is impossible for the divine. Nothing. I hope you all enjoyed this talk. And I hope to see you next week, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can email us at goldenagemovementnyc@gmail.com if you have questions or if you'd like to join our chat. Our website is goldenageny.com. And if you liked this workshop and you'd like to leave a donation, you can do so at paypal.me/Aditi Rewa. I'll put it in the chat. Somebody asked if you ask first for your family and then the world. See, when you want something for yourself and your family, it's coming from a sense of wanting something for yourself, actually. It's something that you want for yourself. So you have to pray for others first. See, if you pray for others and you pray for others in the world, very naturally healing will come to you and your family. You don't even have to ask. It'll actually just happen. For example, if every day this week I pray for someone else's relationship to heal and to be filled with love and happiness, very naturally that would happen for me. If I prayed every day this week for my heart to heal and nothing happened, and then the next week I prayed for someone else's heart to heal every single day for 7 days, very naturally my heart would heal. I wouldn't even have to ask. Any other questions? So you should always pray first for others, then ask for yourself. See, it's like going to the store without a bank balance. If you go to the store with a big bank balance, you can buy anything you want. If you're praying for everyone and helping everyone spiritually, then your bank balance will go up. Then when you ask the divine for something, just like that, it'll happen. Or you won't even have to ask. You'll just think it and it'll happen. But if you're asking the divine for something all the time for yourself and never asking for someone else, then you're trying to go to the store and buy something, but there's no money in your wallet. So the grace is not flowing. If the grace is not flowing, then nothing will happen. For many, many years, I saw something incredible happen. I saw a teacher who, because their connection and love for the divine was so much, people would just flock to this person. And I know a young man who, his divine is so strong inside of him, and he's always helping others. It comes very naturally to him. He can't say no. He must help others. Anytime he wants anything, it just happens. He just gets it. Just naturally comes. We have to move and shift our focus from praying for ourselves and what we want to praying for others and to helping others. See, because our mind tells us that we're separate from everyone, but it's not like that. We are a part of the whole. So the whole is actually affecting us. When the whole is at peace, we are at peace because we are a part of the whole. It's not that the whole is here and we are there. We are a part of that whole. So when the whole is at peace, you are also at peace. If the whole is the hand, then you're a finger in that hand. So you must help others spiritually. You must pray for others spiritually. You must lead others to the divine if you want to grow. Then grace will flow in your life. Namaste. See all of you next Saturday. Enjoy your weekend.